Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Y'all know I'm Asia and this is Life with Slim. I wanted to kind of just talk about life updates, what's been going on, because I have been MIA for a minute. And I know some of y'all are like, why hasn't she posted a video? Where has she been? Let me just tell you, life has been up and down, twists and turns. It's actually been pretty hectic, but I'm just gonna go through everything with you guys, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail because I don't want this video to be super long. But if there's a specific thing that I talk about in this video that you want more clarification on, or if you want me to elaborate more on, I have no problem making another video. A little list of notes that I'm gonna talk about. A lot of y'all know that I don't know if you guys know, but I graduated in May of 2021 with a bachelor's of science in biology. So yeah, let me just tell you, that was difficult. I was also running track at the school I was at, which was Towson University. It's school in Maryland. So throughout the summer, I was still contemplating whether or not I wanted to come back or not, because I still had, I think, an indoor season and an outdoor season to run. So I said, you know what, let me just go, because I was conference champion in my 400 hurdle event. That's what I run. This is the medal, and like, yeah, it's actually beautiful. So motivated me to come back, because me personally, I've never won a big state meet, nationals. Like, I've never had like a national title, nothing like that in high school. So winning the conference championship for me was really big, such like a very big deal. I mean, I can insert the clip probably in the bottom corner, but like, at the end of the race, I like just put my hands on my head because it was just so surreal, so unbelievable. And I kind of wanted to come back and relive that same experience. I won my conference, and then I won this other meet we have, which is called ECACs, which is like an Eastern meet. And I won 400 hurdles in that also. And I also PR'd at in the 400 hurdles for my conference meet. So it was just a really big thing for me, because last season, I was struggling a lot with an injury. I was always getting hurt. I missed half my indoor season because of COVID. I didn't have COVID personally, but the way our procedures were for school, it was like if someone listed you as a close contact, you had to sit out. So I missed my indoor season for that, and my outdoor season was delayed because I was injured. So I kind of like persevered through the season, and it was just kind of like really rewarding at the end to just be like, wow, I went through all these trials and tribulations just to come out on top as a champion. So I kind of wanted to relive that. So I came back to Towson for one more year, well, one more season. And basically, I was not there for school. I was kind of just there for track. So just eligibility purposes. So I majored in, I was doing a second bachelor's, which I wasn't going to finish, in exercise science, just so that I could remain eligible for track and everything. So track was kind of like my main focus for going back, and it was just also the coach at the time, he was like a very big motivating factor for that as well. Year goes on, practice in I think October, and it was a hurdle practice, and I ended up straining, hurting my hamstring, but I've never had a hamstring injury ever, so it was a really big deal. Like, the pain, it was intense. Like, so I had that injury from, I still have it to this day, like it's still not resolved, but the hamstring injury kind of just like put me back a little bit, because I didn't really compete indoor because of that. Like, any little thing I would do would tweak it. And since I'm a hurdler, you need your legs. Like, your hamstring is initiated when you're hurdling. So I didn't want to do flat running, I wanted to hurdle. So I kind of just took that injury and was just going through the motions, like going to classes, even though I didn't want to go to class. Like, I wasn't there for school, but of course you have to go to class for being eligible. But going to classes, doing a thing, injured, like not going to meet. So that was kind of taking a toll on my mental health. But it wasn't really until January when everything kind of just came crashing down. So in January, I was in Lyft one day, and we were doing deadlift. I said this in my last video, but we were doing deadlift. I ended up going down and picking it up and felt a sharp pain going down my back. And ever since that day, I have been having lower back lumbar pain on my left and right side. So like, that really made me stagnant. I wasn't able to compete. I wasn't able to practice. I really wasn't able to really be a part of the team. Situation happened where our head coach got fired. I'm not going to get into details about that. It's a lot. Just all this stuff combined kind of just made me go into like a really dark place and like a really dark hole. I just felt like emotionally, mentally, I was just clocked out. Like I wasn't going to class. I wasn't really even a part of practice because I couldn't practice. I'd be in rehab every day, rehabbing my hamstring. Then when my back happened, it was just focusing on my back and trying to have like a day of no pain, because realistically, it was no day where I wouldn't have pain. And basically my mental and emotional health kind of declined with my physical health as well. I kind of just didn't really feel the need to be around anymore, and just the energy around wasn't really the energy I wanted to be around. So I made the decision. Oh, before I get to that, so because of everything that's been going on, I also seeked out therapy, and therapy was kind of something that I kind of shied away from. I never really thought therapy would help, but listen, therapy is essential. I feel like if you're going through something, talking to someone about it and getting feedback and criticisms and like their opinion on it is very helpful. Even if it's not therapy, just having that outlet to talk to somebody about something you're going through, I think is big, especially big in healing, and just focusing on your mental and emotional health is big. And I feel like you really have to put your emotional and mental health first, especially being an athlete. Like I feel like a lot of that is kind of pushed to the side, and you just kind of have to bring that out and focus on it, because when I tell you it's a struggle, it's really a struggle. With all that going on, I just lost motivation to do a lot of things. Like I was kind of isolated myself, which me personally, I don't really need people. Like I'm very self-sufficient. I'm very independent. I don't really depend on anyone for anything. So it's like isolating myself wasn't really a big deal for me. It was kind of just something I needed in that time. Ultimately, I ended up leaving Towson. I medically withdrew from the school. Also quit my team. I don't really want to get into all those details right now in this video. I kind of want to move on to the next things, because that's a whole nother story in itself. But I can honestly say I'm in such a better position now than I was. Like I'm so much happier. I feel like so much more at peace. I feel like all this toxic energy that's been around me has been just pushed away, and I'm just around positivity and growth and just really bettering myself. So that happened between the span of January to like middle of March. Yeah, the back injury happened like the end of January, and then everything else started declining probably beginning of February. So that's how long this stuff has been going on. Like I said, if you want a more detailed video about me going in depth, just let me know. I don't have a problem doing that. I just kind of just want to give y'all an update of everything that's been going on without making this video super long. Done with track was kind of hard for me because it's kind of all I knew, but I didn't let track define me, if you know what I mean. Like I feel like there's some people out here who let sports define them, and once they lose it, it's like they don't really know what to do. And I feel like at one point I kind of felt that way, but then I kind of realized like I have bigger things I want going on. It's not like I want to go pro or anything. So I feel like track was there to just get me through everything, and it kind of was there my whole life to get me through everything, even though I kind of really started late. But being done with track in the beginning was really hard for me, and just like because I had all these goals I wanted to accomplish, and I wasn't really able to even accomplish them because of everything that's been going on. But coming to the realization that I have bigger things going on, it kind of just is like, okay, like I'm satisfied. Yeah, I'm not really as devastated as I was when I first quit and withdrew from school and everything like that, but I feel pretty good, you know? I am starting surgical tech. Okay, this is a whole nother thing, but I'm starting surgical technology school to become a surgical technician April 25th. And it's back in New York. So I'm leaving Maryland, getting out of here. I really am not a fan of the state. So going back to New York, where I'll be taking classes for surgical tech. It's only a 1-year program, so it's very condensed, very, very intense, very high intense training course, everything like that. It's very strict. Only 10 people got accepted to the program. And it's so crazy how everything worked out, because immediately after I medically withdrew from school and everything like that, this opportunity just came up. I took the exam. I forgot the name of it. I think it's ATI. I think it's like a nursing exam or something. And I scored very well on it. So I passed that portion. Then I had my interview portion, which went amazing. Like, they loved me, everything like that. So then last Tuesday, I had my registration where they talked about the courses that I'll be taking. We talked to some of the students who are currently in the course and like things they learned and like some tips they wanted to give us who were going to be in the program. So I'm super excited with that because I've always wanted to do something in the medical field, and like being blessed with this opportunity, especially with after everything that was going on, and it just happened to just come and just be there exactly at the point where I needed it, and the deadlines were exactly like everything lined up perfectly. So just to be blessed with this opportunity, especially with only 10 people being accepted, and I was kind of like doing it last minute, like I am extremely blessed. I'm extremely happy. I'm ecstatic. I cannot wait. So April 25th is when I start those classes. There'll be a lot more vlogs. There'll be a lot more videos. There'll be a lot more in the day of the life, especially with me on the road to becoming a surgical tech. I'm going to kind of record my days and like kind of record my studying habits, things I'm going through, things I'm learning, like just going through the process and everything like that. I just want to be not more out there, but I just want to be able to experience life and like show y'all what I'm experiencing as well. That's that. So like I said, I'm moving, and ultimately future plans, I will be moving to Houston. That is not a goal. It's going to happen. Like, it's going to happen. So like I said, that program is only a year. So in 6 months, I start my clinicals in hospitals. So around October-ish, I'll be starting clinicals in hospitals. And the next April-ish, May, I'll be done with the whole program. So then that's like my timeline to like kind of get everything together, look for apartments, kind of just like soul search a little bit, and just like not really figure out what I want to do, because I know what I want to do already. It's just I don't want to expose too much. But Houston is definitely on that list of where I will be going after all this is said and done. Like I was saying, there's going to be more videos, more content, a lot more stuff going out. Like I feel like I've really been slacking, and YouTube is something that I really love and I really want to get more deep into. Like I feel like I'm scratching the surface right now, and I just know that like the journey I'm going on is something that I want to just record and just have like memories of, and just be able to share my experience with anyone. It's like anyone who feels lost or anyone who feels like, you know, they like hopeless. It's just everything happens for a reason. And I say that all the time. It's just like everything happens for a reason. Like whether it be you be too comfortable in a moment and God is just trying to tell you something, or you're just not around the right people and God is trying to tell you. It's just everything happens for a reason. I don't think we're faced with these challenges for no reason. I feel like you're placed in situations for a reason. And I feel like I was placed in a situation to go back to Towson just so I can learn and outgrow track, and learn and outgrow the people I was surrounded with, and just like learn that there's a bigger purpose and a bigger cause for me. I just feel like I was very stagnant, and I feel like I was kind of conforming to the people around me, and I was kind of turning into someone that wasn't me. Like I kind of lost myself in a moment, definitely lost myself in a moment, and just coming to the realization and realizing and having like that realization that it's better to have that realization now than have that realization 10, 15 years from now. It's just always mentioned is battling through adversity, and I feel like I definitely have battled through adversity in different aspects, whether it be track, whether it be emotional, physical health, whether it be family, whether it be relationship, whether it be friends. I feel like there's something that's always happened that I've learned to overcome, and I've learned to just make the situation better, or I've learned to just work around the situation, or learn to just leave the situation altogether. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk to y'all about what's been going on and why I've been MIA. But that's that, and I'm kind of end the video right here. But like I said, if y'all want a more in-depth video about a certain thing I spoke about, let me know. I have no problem doing that. I just didn't want to make this video like 50 minutes long, because I can talk. Trust me, I can literally talk forever. So we didn't want that. So I'm going to end it right here. And, you know, hit the notification bell so y'all know when I post. Subscribe, like this video up, comment down below. Let me know what other videos you want to see. Thank y'all for being on this journey with me, and thank you for understanding. Like, everything that's been going on, it's just been real hectic, but I promise y'all I'm back and better, and we're gonna get through this together. So love y'all. Peace.